This is Webflow. Meet the design tool from the future. The most powerful visual coding tool, coupled with the most intuitive visual CMS that supports any custom content structure. Build complex, rich animations without writing a line of code, all while generating
10 to 15,000 a show. If you're like higher up, I think Lecrae at his peak was making pay their way on their tour. But to something like the Rock and Road Merchant, I'm just telling y'all the real because I don't care. Let me hit these super chats and I'll come back to that thought. Bear with me. What would it take to be able to do a podcast with you? It could be on my channel. KingStreamENT.com/booking. Or just go to my smart URL. There's a booking link on my page, and you can book me for a podcast that way. So thank you for the super chat. Christian Anime Podcast says, how often do you do YouTube music reviews? Think of getting on the Patreon if it's regular? We try to do them twice a month. I've been moving, so it's been a little difficult because I'm commuting back and forth. And so, yeah, I think me and Alex follow each other, Brandon. I think me and Alex follow each other. Then I started listening to MacArthur and Mike Winger and Sort of My Faith. Okay, so if someone goes on Winter Jam, you can make $1 million on Winter Jam off merch alone. You can make $1 million off of Winter Jam off merch alone. So when folks, you see Christian rappers that don't want to be Christian rappers on Winter Jam, it's because they're going to go and get the bag. They're going to go make $1 million off of merch. That's not net. That's gross. That's gross. So they make $1 million off of Winter Jam through merch, and then have the other expenses covered, and that will hold them down for a year or two. The money for a Christian rapper is not on the secular side. It's in the Christian scene. It's in the Winter Jams. It's in the conferences. It's in the festivals. You know what I mean? So if you're, you 15, 10 grand, times that out 20, 30 times a year, that's pretty good money, right? Plus merch, it's decent money. A lot of times folks got teams and industry standard stuff. So, yeah. What does Drake make? Drake probably makes north of $1 million a show. I would say Drake is probably making $2 million a show. That would be my guess if I had to throw a number out. Kanye's in the same ballpark. So that's like the cream of the crop, top tier, $1 million to $2 million a show. Maybe someone like Taylor Swift or Beyonce is probably making $3 million a show. But you also got to remember that's a massive team. That's booking agents. That's managers. That's so on and so forth. If you're a Christian rapper, money shouldn't be your focus. Yeah, I would agree. When are you and Dr. Michael Brown doing another interview? Great question, JC. I'm trying to get with him in person. The thing is, he's out in the middle of nowhere. He's like somewhere in North Carolina. So I think I'm just gonna see if I can fly him here. And figure it out. That's another part about like as the channel grows, as you guys subscribe, as you guys partner monthly, it's just gonna allow us to fly more people in to do more just cool stuff. If you ever decide to cover Taylor at all, I used to be good friends and I could probably provide some insight. I probably won't be covering him. I probably will not be covering him. But yeah, the guests would only get more and more high profile the bigger the channel gets. And then the more people sign up for Patreon, the more we can reinvest that in potentially flying out guests. Like if I ever, here's the thing, say I really lean on all my connections and we were able to get Jordan Peterson on, hypothetically, right? Like that's a big name. I think we'd be excited if we got Jordan Peterson on. Like a Jordan Peterson will probably need to be flown out and compensated in some way, shape, or form, right? If he's coming to Vista, California. So that's the cool part about you guys partnering monthly with us. What are your thoughts on pursuing a girl who lives in another country? We met online. She is a godly woman. Shelby, this is above my pay grade. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't want to give you a generalized answer because I don't know. There's a whole thing of passport bros and the whole red pill side of it. And then I have no idea. I have no idea. Then there's the practical side of like, do you want to, how's that going to work? You guys should at least meet each other physically, be around each other to some degree. Yeah, I don't know. That's above my pay grade, if I'm being honest with you. Can you and Chris Broussard get together again? I've always been a fan of his, and before even knowing his faith, I could see the light within him. Amen. Yes. So I think what I'm going to do is I need to see who else I could interview. Yeah, I saw that. The Miles Monroe thing. Mike Todd, Miles Monroe. I saw that. Yep, I saw that. What I'm probably going to do is book a studio in New York, the same place that does, they used to do the Joe Budden studio. I think they do Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz's studio. I forgot what the name. Anyway, it's a studio out there. I think I'm just going to book that studio for a day in New York and just try to get like Chris Broussard, try to get a bunch of interviews when I'm out there. I just need to make a list of everybody I know in